Hi guys, so today I'm doing something different. As you can see, I've taken off my braids and I'm rocking my natural hair with all the love. Today I want to show you how to properly detangle your hair when you have braids in. I feel like a lot of us who have natural hair are unfairly punished. We are being punished day in, day out by our hairdressers who do not know how to handle natural hair. And so you go and you want to braid your hair, and they just keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. They end up damaging your hair, damaging your strands, and giving you a lot of headaches. You have to actually come home and take painkillers after you braid your hair. So this tutorial is to help anyone out there who has natural hair like me, who usually takes out their hair and it's all knotted up, and it's like they don't know what to do with their hair. And so they keep saying that natural hair is difficult because I don't know what to do with my hair. I feel like this is going to help you to know how to manage your hair so that you can go to the salon with peace of mind, having your hair already soft and taking away all the pain and all the time it takes to get your hair ready for you. Another thing I'll say about this tutorial is that all the products I use there are products that I use personally. You could use any product of your choice which has the ingredients that I used. You don't have to stick to that particular brand. This is not an advertisement for a particular brand. It's just what I happen to have at home at this time, and that's what I'm using. So if you have something to substitute, you can go ahead and use it. The third thing I would say is, if you want to detangle your hair properly, please do it on a day where you have all the time, because it takes a while to detangle natural hair. Probably on the weekend when you're home before you take a shower, so that after you do it, you take your shower and run the water through your hair, and then you feel the coolness of the hair. Don't do this in a rush because natural hair is very delicate, so you need a lot of time to work on it. So this hair I've had for 2 months now. I did knotless braids, and we all know that usually they like to use styling gel or some kind of ingredient or active ingredient that makes the hair lie down. So having this for 2 months, I'm expecting to have a lot of buildup in my hair, and it took me, I would say, about 2 hours to take out the braids because I'm doing it by myself. I'm at home, and I did this whilst the baby was asleep. What I'm about to show you is how to painlessly take off your braids and detangle it. With this, I use oil. I also use some pomade. So these two are my preferences. You can use any oil you want. Like I said, this is not an advert for these products. I just happen to have them at home and I like using them, so that's what I use. In addition, I also use a detangling conditioner. As you can see, this is a kid's version. I like the kids version because it's gentle on the hair. So these three things are what I'm going to use to detangle the hair whilst I remove the braids. So the first thing I do is to put some oil, a good amount, in the roots of my hair before I start taking out the braids. So I put it in there, I massage it, and then I start taking out the braids. So when I take out the braids, I put the detangling conditioner in the roots, so to make the roots very soft, so that whatever buildup is there can easily be taken out and the hair can be open. And I also like to add extra oil, especially on the edges. We don't like putting oil on the edges, but the whole hair I put in oil, and then I start massaging it, trying to detangle the bottom part. It's been there for a while, so you can see that it's thick. So after a while of massaging, a few seconds to a minute, you see that it becomes soft, and then I start separating the hair, and then it comes off, and then I have a smooth process of taking out my hair. I like to put my hands through it also to take out any extra hair that might come out during this process. So as you can see, the hair is nicely detangled, and you can see that the roots are very clear. It's lying down. You can see there's nothing in the roots. It's all very nice, and you can see my strand. So I repeat the process throughout the whole hair, step by step. I do it bit by bit, and having bigger braids helps when you're doing this, especially if you're doing it by yourself. But if you have someone helping you, it's good to show them the process of taking it out, so that they also follow the same process. I know some people like to use a toothpick or a broom when they're taking out my hair, but I like to use my fingers even though it burns a little bit more. So the bottom part of the hair, usually this part has a lot of knots and excess build, because when we take our shower sometimes we have lather from our soap or shampoo. So I do extra, at this part. So you might want to add the detangling condition and the conditioner and the oil in the beginning before you actually start taking out the hair, so that it marinates a little bit longer in the hair whilst you're taking out the braids. So I put that in first before taking out the braids, and then when I am done, I put my hands through it to try and separate the hair from the build. As you can see, this extra build there, so I add a little bit more detangling conditioner. Whenever you feel like there's a little bit of a knot or extra build in your hair, you should add extra oil and extra detangling conditioner to make it easier for you to separate and take out the build from the hair. So that's what I do usually with the bottom part of my hair. This part is a bit harder to take off. So when I'm done, I put extra oil on the whole hair and also at the ends. So you do this throughout the whole hair until you are done taking out the braids. So I wrote in my earlier part of the video that you can also use the pomade. So you can interchange. You can either use the pomade or the oil, but you can also use both. So you can use the oil for the roots, and then when you're done, you can use the pomade for the whole hair and then the ends of the hair. So both can be used, or you can also interchange them. So but for me and for today's tutorial, I'm using the oil. I might use the pomade later on when I'm doing something else, but this is what I'm using for now. So I'm done taking out the hair. I would put my hands through my hair once again just to take out any knots or any extra hair that will fall out. This is 2 months of no combing or detangling or whatever, so there's bound to be extra hair falling here and there. I'm just waiting to see how much hair is going to fall out of this. So when I'm done with this, to make it easier for the next process, I like to section the hair and then twist them out. So probably 5 or 6 if you're doing it by yourself. I'm doing this by myself, so I think I want to do it with bigger sections so it's easier for me to do. So I part them in bigger sections, I twist them out, and then I get them ready to wash. So I'm all ready now to wash my hair. So I get in the shower, I put a little water in my scalp, and then so I'm using the Cantu shampoo again because it's for natural hair. So I start with one part of the section hair, put shampoo in there, make sure that I get all the dirt out of my scalp. So I'm using warm water. Warm water helps to remove dirt, so I prefer to use warm water or lukewarm water to do this. So I take the sections of the hair one by one and then I wash them out. So I undo the braids for each section, wash it properly, comb it out with a small comb. So I use a small comb for this particular process. I don't like using the big comb because I want to take my time and gradually comb the hair out to get everything out. So I comb each section out after washing, and then I put the twist back in. So I know that most salons, when you go, they like to shampoo your hair first, and then they condition, and then they start combing. But I prefer to do the combing whilst you're shampooing because you still have some dirt in there. So combing also helps the process to bring out all the dirt. And I know the combing is easier said than done. As you can see, I struggle with it a little bit. It's not something that comes out just like that. You need to take your time. You can also use a brush for an easy comb if you want, and you can use a bigger comb. I just decided to use the small comb to do my hair today. So if you have a bigger comb, you can use that. If you have a brush, a detangling brush, you could use that. But the idea is to start from the edges and work your way all the way to the root so that you can have one seamless comb from root to edge at the end of it. So that's the goal for combing each section of the hair. So work your way through until you're done combing, and then you rinse it out and repeat the process throughout all the sections of the hair. So when I'm done, I condition the hair. So I use a deep conditioner. So I'm using a tea tree based conditioner. I favor that. I think that works well with natural hair. So repeat the same process, just like when you're shampooing. So I go section by section. So I take each section, I put the conditioner in there, sorry, and then I work my way through it, and then I comb it out just like I did when I was shampooing it, making sure that the conditioner goes on all the strands and also on my scalp. So I do it all, and then I put my braids back in, my twist back in sections. And I decided I'm going to leave this one for an hour or two. When I comb my hair, obviously hair is going to fall out. So the whole process of me taking out my hair, washing, shampooing, and conditioning, this is the amount of hair that came up. And this is 2 months of not combing my hair or doing anything to it. So I leave my hair for 2 hours. I don't put on usually I'll put on a shower cap, but for this purpose I left it on for like 2 hours, and then I wash it out. After I wash it out, I part it dry. I undo the braids, the parts, and then I towel it, section by section. And then when I'm done, I use shea butter to moisturize my hair. As you can see, my hair is soft. You can see my strands are standing out. You can see single strands. It's properly detangled. It's smooth and it's easy to comb. Putting my hand through it, I feel no pain at all. And this is how you would want your hair to be before you go to a salon to go and do your braids or do whatever hairstyle, protective hairstyle you want to put on your hair. So I try to put a generous amount of shea butter. Try and put it throughout the hair from the scalp all the way to the roots, and don't leave the strands and the ends. We tend to do a lot of the scalp work, but then we always forget the actual hair itself, and most of the time the hair on the scalp is dry. So don't forget to moisturize the roots as well as the strands, and then the ends of the hair as well. And when I'm done, I like to put it back in the twist until I'm ready to do anything that I want to do with the hair. So if I'm at home, I'm going to keep it in the twist. It's easier to manage and it locks in the moisture. So you can see the hair is very soft. It's properly detangled, and this is how you would want your hair to be when you take out your braids. So there you have it, guys. This is the end result. So this is one day after I detangled and washed my hair. I just took out my twists overnight because I've come to do this video. After I'm done, I'm going to put them back in twists again, because when the wind air blows over it, sometimes it tends to become hard, but it's still very soft. As you can see, I still have it all in there. The shea butter is doing this thing, so it's still protecting the hair and giving the moisture that it needs. When I'm going to bed, I will just twist it back in, and then anytime I'm going out, I'll just undo the twist or even style it in a different way. When I'm ready to go to the hairdressers to do my hair, I just go like this and then they will do it. One thing I would say is that we should try to avoid heat as much as possible, and always comb our hair when it is wet. Don't comb your hair when it is dried like this, because it makes it difficult to comb, and it just hurts our scalp. So there you have it. This is my tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's going to help you to have beautiful and healthy hair. And so until next time on my channel, Kathy Martin, it's bye for now.